Hello, beautiful you. Thank you for tuning in to my journey and to this first blog post and video update about my journey. I'm from Mexico. I'm currently in my house, my current home in the jungle of Sacbe, a magical place. And Sacbe is near the town of Playa del Carmen in Mexico. And today is my last day in this beautiful, very special and magical house. This house which I named Casa de las Hadas, fairy house, house of the fairies. Because very quickly after moving here I realized that there were a lot of fairies here in this house. And a lot of nature beings, both ones, many that are unseen, and some of which I can hear at night. And some of which I find in the middle of the night or in the morning, fallen from the roof, or otherwise entering this house. And I'd like to very briefly share with you how I came to be in this house and how my journey started. And then I'd also like to share with you about my experiences in this house and what sort of my journey in this house and my process. And and then where that leaves me at this moment. So my journey started on November 11th, 2023. And this was a year after my self-marriage ceremony, where I said yes to myself and committed to being true to myself and to really follow my heart and my dreams. And to also be committed to my mission and finding out what my mission is and what I am meant to bring to finding myself. And with just a very strong calling to be and live in the jungle, I set out for Mexico. And I actually thought I was going to go to South America, to the Amazon region, where I had been a couple of years before and where I also felt a calling to return. But my journey started in Mexico with a beautiful Zouk dance retreat in the jungle, just combining so many things that I love. And so I really felt that I had to be there. And so this brought me to Mexico. And with good reason. So I left the Netherlands and I left my income behind in the Netherlands. And I left with a very small budget, which I thought would support me maybe a couple of months. And with the intention of finding a way to support myself, doing what I love doing, what I feel is also mine to share with the world, my sacred work and my passion. And one of my passions is dance, Zouk dance, but also ecstatic dance and conscious dance. And so that was one area where I had a big wish and hope to find like-minded and like-hearted people, souls, to maybe travel and create together with co-create with. My hope was to make beautiful connections during this retreat that may either join me on my journey, that I could walk together with, or that would somehow bring me to my next step on this journey, my next leg. And I did make some beautiful connections, and I also felt that unless a new path showed itself to me, a new place presented itself where I could go, I would stay in this region and see what comes next. And having just looked at the map of this area, I felt that the jungle area just north of Playa del Carmen was a place where I wanted to see if I could find a place to stay for a while. And during the retreat, some people talked to me of Sacbe, this jungle eco-village, which happened to be just north of Playa del Carmen, in the region that I had seen on the map. And when I looked on Airbnb in this region, the only thing I found that was in my budget was a little cabana, a cabin in Sacbe. And when I contacted the owner, the host, she was kind enough to pick me up from my accommodation, to take me there, to install a little kitchenette. And here I was in this cabana, which I rented for a few days just to check out the area, to integrate, to be with myself. My compost, dry toilet, with my palm roof, and the bottom floor with the shower and the kitchenette, and the top floor my bed and a little table. And so everything else was outside. And I quickly realized that a few days was not enough. And so I committed to staying for a month. And in that month, I loved living so closely with and in the jungle. And yet I really felt that I wanted some more space. Space to be, but also space to let my creativity flow. Space to do my sacred work and to offer my gifts and talents. Space to hold ceremonies, circles, or sessions. And also space for me to really be in my own process. And within that month, this space where I am now opened up. And the owners, the people that lived here at the moment left because they were done with all the problems that they experienced here. Because when it rained, and at that time it was raining a lot, when it rained, it didn't just rain outside, it rained inside the house. And the floor flooded. And there were many other things, but that was the main thing. So, yeah, they advised me not to move here. And yet I was sold when I saw the house and felt the house. And it's just such a magical space that, with fear, but also with a lot of excitement, I finally, after doubting for a while, decided to move here, knowing that I would rent it for 3 months because it was a 3-month period. And that basically I would spend my whole budget that I came here with without knowing if I could generate any income on those 3 months' rent, and maybe have a little bit for food. And yeah, I gathered all the courage and just made the jump. And so here I am.